Well, do you have a name tag? You took it off. Daisy Whitney?
Daisy Whitney.
Hey, it's Steve Garfield from SteveGarfield.com. I'm about to be interviewed by Daisy Whitney of TV Week, and I'm going to kind of just stream it live and show her how it works. See? Oh, we're streaming live. So it's live.
This is awesome.
There's a little delay, and
sorry.
You're recording, right?
No, yeah, you've got your mic. Your mic.
Oh, my mic.
Yeah,
sorry.
your mic.
I'm like,
See,
I
that's
should
why everyone
touch the
does
mic.
this.
Well, I was like, wait a second. Why? I'm not. You know, there I am. So, okay.
Okay,
So,
ready?
here we are.
Whenever you kids are ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, because we're not live.
Yeah, okay.
No, okay, 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Daisy Whitney. I'm here at South by Southwest, and I'm reporting for TV Week and BTV, and I am interviewing Steve Garfield, who is video blogger extraordinaire. I think he's kind of like king of the video bloggers, and he is actually streaming this interview live, so you'll be able to see that on his site. Steve, give our viewers a really quick sense of all of the different video projects that you have going on.
Okay, so I'm working on a million different things. I'm working as a reporter for RocketBoom.com. I'm working with The Uptake, which is a citizen journalism project all around the country. I do a video blog for Boston City Councilor John Tobin. I have my own video blog, which is Steve Garfield's video blog. And then I have Cup O Politics, which is a political blog with a friend of mine. I used to write for Leno. He writes for Letterman, and we do this political comedy. And you know, I do this thing with my wife called the Carol and Steve Show. And that's
So what's that about?
It's what my wife and I do on the weekend. So, but it's just kind of like these videos of things of interest that we do, and I package it to kind of look like a TV show. And you know, just go to SteveGarfield.com. You can find all this stuff. And that's just like a little sample of. I mean, how much time do we have? Because
well, and you've been
I do so many things.
You've been doing this since 2004. You were one of the first people to really get out there and start video blogging. So what I want you to talk about right now
is this?
How just give a little sense of kind of how this live streaming works with this camera that you have.
Oh, okay. So here's the camera, and I don't know. Can the camera see this shot? Because what I do is this is a Nokia N95, and I'm running software called Quick, QIK.com. You load it onto the phone, and then here I'm just put this down so it can record what I'm doing. And I click the button Stream, and it sends. Oh, first thing it does is it sends a message to Twitter to all my followers to say, hey, I'm streaming live. Come follow me. So then they can go over to a number of places, but that link sends them to quick.com/Steve Garfield. And there's a little window in Flash that's showing this right now, streaming.
Okay, how many viewers do you get on average for one of your streaming events?
So it depends on who's on Twitter at the time and near a computer. So I have like about 1,500 people following me. And so if they're interested, they'll jump over and start watching. So it could be 10, 15, 20, 30, you know, who knows how many, but it just kind of depends. And then once I stop streaming, it's archived and saved, and that's going to be embedded on my blog. Now, one other thing that happens is now that I'm streaming, over on the website, there's a window that says, I'm live now, chat. If they type into that window, if anyone chats, the text will come up here. So if let's say I'm sitting here interviewing you,
right.
They can say, hey, ask this question. And I'm like, oh, we have a question from a viewer, and I can ask that. And so I did the political campaigns and the Obama rallies, and I was up in New Hampshire. And as I'm going around filming with the camera, people are asking questions, telling me to go shoot things, and it's this total interactivity between what I'm doing and them watching.
And how much of that is because of Twitter? How important is Twitter for video bloggers to building an audience?
So Twitter's huge, especially in this, because when I go live, I'll be live to people who are over on Quick kind of watching, but the notification goes out to my Twitter users, which is like 1,500 people, then they can participate like in that live moment. So that's really really important. Yeah.
Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is the whole idea of sort of demystifying video blogging. That's something you talk about at shows. You talk about it at this show. Share 3 or 4 tips on how to get started in video blogging and how to actually make it easy and doable.
Okay, so you know, so video blogging is not really hard, and what I tell people is they don't have to have a huge big field camera like you guys have or a big microphone like that. They can just start out with like a little, well, even a cell phone or even a digital still camera. So what I used for like 2 years is a Canon S200. which takes digital stills, but it also took video. And I say, are you aware that your little digital still camera can also capture audio? And a lot of people don't know. So if you record that video and save it, that's like the starting point. To start with that is what I tell them.
What else?
Don't be intimidated with getting all the big equipment. And then, they're wondering, how do I host it? What do I do? There's a million places to host it just to make it simple. This is a site that I use called blip.tv. The way that works is take the video. You could optionally edit it if you want. You don't have to. You just go to a page. It's like writing a blog post. You give it a title, and a description, and you point to the file, you say upload, and then your video is up on the web. And Blip actually gives you your own page for your video blogging. You have that page. And, it's really pretty straightforward and simple.
Of course, the hard thing is building an audience, though. Any tips on how to build an audience?
Well, so it's all with relationships, and people kind of point to things that they find interesting. So Twitter's a good part of that. If you're on Twitter, which is like a group blogging system, you subscribe to a bunch of your friends. Whenever they send a message, it goes out to all the friends who subscribe to you. And if someone clicks on your video and they like it, they might put a link to it on their Twitter feed and send it out to their 200 friends, and then their 200 friends. It's like that shampoo ad. But it is like with relationships, and each video has a link so that people can blog it, like write a blog post about it and point to it. So that kind of word of mouth is really a good way of building a buzz. If you want, a million people watching it, you have to stop and sit back and say, why am I doing this? Why do I want a video blog? Maybe you just want to be creative and put it up there, and maybe you get a lot of people that watch it, or maybe you don't. But one other thing to do is to make sure your title explains what it is you're doing the video about, and make sure you write a description that explains it, because with Google will index these things, and if someone is searching for, let's say you do a cooking thing on the best chocolate brownies, they might find it when they're searching in Google for something, and you'll get people watching that you're not looking for, but it just happens. It will happen organically without you even making a whole huge promotion.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right.
No, that was great. Good stuff.
All right, so that's it. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye, camera guy.